Hello, welcome to Father and Son Pastime again.
Part two.
Got a bunch of parts really. We did the
Yeah.
intro, now we're doing, now we did the top 50 free agents really.
Yeah.
I finished that half, and now we're going to go divisional analysis. We're going to
Yeah.
start in the American League, we're going to work our way east to west.
Yeah.
And then obviously we'll do the National League too. These are going to be uploaded in segments, so we're going to focus on the AL East first. Dad, how would you like to do it? Would you like to go just by who finished last year and go down? Do you want to go home team first? Do you want to just go predictions based off whatever you want to go? I'll go.
What I did was I did predictions on the finish of 2020, and we can kind of
Okay.
take it team by team.
All right.
Go from there. But yeah, I think that would work out for everybody.
Go ahead. So who would be your divisional champion?
Yankees, probably by at least 5 to 8 games, they'll win that division.
Okay. So I know that I'm definitely more of the losses and the needs person. Do you want me to jump into that first?
Sure.
And then you can kind of color commentate.
Sure.
All right, we can do that.
Yeah, you're well prepared with your depth charts and everything else.
Yeah. So the Yankees, in reality, lost two people to retirement last year: Tulowitzki and Sabathia. Obviously, Tulo wasn't the most important to them.
Right.
Sabathia was tough way to end his career with an injury.
Yeah.
In the playoffs, they lost Encarnacion, Gregorius, possibly Gardner, Betances, and also Cameron Maybin as a 4th, 5th outfielder. So I've determined their needs: a starter to replace Sabathia, definitely some bench and some bullpen. And then they may make a run at, again, replacing someone around the infield, depending if they're okay with Gleyber Torres. I think Gleyber's amazing, but I know there's been some rumblings that they're not 100% on Torres as a shortstop, which is interesting to me.
Yeah, because he was raised as a shortstop.
There also could be an improvement at first base, too, with Voit, or a DH with Andujar. So there's some stuff there, but
they've been talking trades, too.
Yeah.
They may make a splash.
Yeah. I would say, though, that their biggest need is a pitcher. Is that fair to say?
Okay. I agree. And top of the rotation.
Sure, someone to be the 1 or 2 under Tanaka.
I agree.
Okay. Anything else to add with the Yankees? Obviously, I think this team, A, won't be able to spend much.
Yeah, they have a lot of offense.
Yeah.
And don't forget, a lot of guys who were hurt a little bit last year should be back full season this season.
Yeah.
Just think of the home runs that this team
They
should hit.
won the division last year with hurt people.
Correct.
You know, so.
Yeah, with a lineup that was really subpar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So,
a lot of people became stars last year.
Urshela, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did he come from? And
Cleveland
Torres
had
had a hell of a year.
Yeah.
You know?
So, I think there's some money, but if the Yankees, I think, are one of the teams this year that will be pissed. They didn't made like a World Series run, really, an appearance in 10 years, which is long for the Yankees.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think there's going to be a push. I don't think they care about a luxury tax.
Yeah, they need an ace.
Yeah.
And that ace is going to cost them. So that
So-
could be a lot of their money. I'm with you.
Okay. Your next.
I had Tampa being second.
Okay. Tampa. I like that prediction for them being second, honestly.
Yeah, I do.
They lost Denard permanently, went to the Braves. Vizsla Garcia. They lost Eric Sogard, who was a pretty decent player.
Yeah, nice little role player.
And Matt Duffy, who got released, who used to be phenomenal
Yeah,
with
great
the
shortstop.
Giants.
Yeah.
Second baseman,
Yeah.
and I think third, too.
So he'll get picked up soon.
So they definitely need some upgrades. They don't really have a DH. Meadows can go right field or DH, but I think he'll end up going right field. There's been rumors of a Kiermaier trade, which is a franchise-altering trade.
Wow.
They have a two really third basemen with Diaz and Wendell, Joey Wendell. So kind of pick one there. They could trade the other one. Their second baseman isn't the greatest, so we'll kind of see where they go. They definitely need bullpen as well.
Good farm system as well.
Yeah, they develop well.
Yeah.
Charlie Morton was a good signing last offseason. I think they will make some signings this offseason we've talked about already. The key for Tampa Bay next year has got to be staying healthy.
Correct.
And
getting some bench.
Because another injury to Snell or Glasnow or any one of their starters goes down, I don't see a second place finish for them.
Correct.
I think if they want to hang in and get another 90-win season, they have to stay healthy. That's going to be a big key for them, regardless of who they add.
I agree.
They don't have the money to add the depth that the Yankees can if there are injuries. So an injury or two could derail the season.
Yeah, I mean, let's say the Yankees, they get somebody hurt, they just get somebody, they buy somebody.
Trade somebody.
Tampa Bay gets hurt, they go with farm system. Big difference. So I'm with you 100%.
One thing about New York, I know we just passed them, but Tommy Canley was one of my favorite outbursts last year. I don't know if you saw it, But he gave up a home run that tied the game. It was like middle of the game, 6th inning, something like that. He's a good reliever outside. Gave up this home run. He didn't like giving up the home run. So he came back in, and some people go like hard in the Gatorade machines, and he went hard on the bubble gum.
Yeah.
So there's whole thing of double bubble. He just smashes it and just smashes it, and then it's already smashed, and then he just goes with it again with his glove, and you see CC and just smiling at him, all that stuff. So no one said anything to him. Everyone's been there, but it was a really funny moment. John Boy Media did a really good breakdown of it.
That is funny. He does a good job of that.
Yeah, he does. He does a really good job.
Yeah.
So, okay, Boston then. If we don't have anything with.
Yeah, I have Boston, Toronto, Orioles. If you need
that makes sense. Jarring any major shakeups.
I want your take on the Red Sox. And,
I figured we'd spend more time on the Red Sox and honestly the Orioles. Or even
I would love
Jays.
to take apart the Orioles. I don't know where they're going.
So let's look first at the losses and then the needs of Boston because it's notable in both parts. You lose Pierce, Porcello, Moreland, Holt. Possibly Holt might be the only return in this bunch, honestly. Andrew Kashner, Nunez, Stephen Wright, who got outright released, Tyler Thornburg, and I think it's Wallace Chasen. That's a hard name for me. I apologize. You have to deal with Pedroia possibly coming back, platooning him, but also paying him more than what he deserves based off of his output in recent years.
I just don't think he's going to come all the way back.
They're currently $10 million over the salary line right now. If they started today with no signings, despite their holes in the rotation and the bullpen, they're $10 million over luxury tax.
Wow.
So they need to shed payroll and shed it fast.
Apparently you're making some trades.
Yeah. So I have my own theories on what they do with that.
Love to hear them.
All right. So I've been saying this for years. I don't know how they're going to do it, but they got to get rid of Rusney Castillo. When they signed him from Cuba, he's still making like $11 million a year, and he plays in like Pawtucket. He's never really seen the majors. Get rid of him. I don't know what you have to do to someone get to take that contract.
Yeah, split it in half.
Do something. $10 of it saves $10. Get yourself a Fenway Frank.
Yeah, and they're good hot dogs.
Jackie Bradley Jr. is my main target that I think gets traded. He is on arbitration to earn $11 million. His numbers offensively do not merit $11 million. Defensively, he's decent. I like JBJ as a person, like JBJ as a player, but he, in my mind, doesn't deserve $11 million. What I think the Red Sox will do, though, is give him the $11 million and then trade him.
Okay.
They're not going to non-tender him or just release him. I think that's a poor move. I think is legitimate value. So just when you see JBJ signed or go through arbitration, don't think it means that he's going to be on the team next year. I think he does get traded. I don't know who the answer is for center. That creates, honestly, a hole, but we'll see what happens with that. I mean, it could shift Betts to center, JD to right, and they do a DH thing, possibly bring in Moreland or Pierce back. There's some options there, but they still need multiple people in the bullpen. They need another starter. So I'm not really envisioning a world where the Red Sox aren't over salary.
Right. Hard to dwindle that down.
I just think it's a dumb decision to trade Betts. Everyone keeps talking about that. I think he's just a cornerstone. Eat some luxury tax this year, because eventually some of those higher end contracts do go off the books in coming years. I think Pedroia ends up in 2021.
If you cut Pedroia now, you
doesn't save you any money. Yeah.
Right. You know, I don't know if you know this, but I read a really in-depth article. There's levels, and I think the Red Sox are past the first level. You go past the second level, you lose your first round draft choice. You go 10 slots below your first round draft choice, and that's like $280 million. So you know, if they add, then I saw the stuff they forfeit is astronomical. So they are stuck in the middle. So either they got to get rid of some payroll or stay where they are and hope for the best.
They've just, and the thing is this issue is coming for the Dodgers, and it's also coming for the Astros. With you have great teams, but this is how I think baseball becomes fair.
Yeah.
Because the Astros and Dodgers won't be able to add that much this year without sacrificing a lot of penalties.
Correct.
Basic word.
Yeah.
So you naturally give people an opportunity to catch up to those people in division, and we saw that huge catch up last offseason by the Yankees overtaking the Red Sox and the Rays too. The Rays have always been knocking on their door, but they were better. And I think the same thing's going to happen in the West this year with the Padres finally inching up. The Diamondbacks are going to inch up too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the Giants coming, and I don't see the Rockies coming, but I see everyone overall doing better in that division, with the Dodgers losing some games, and same thing happening in Houston as well. So I think that's how baseball's fair.
Yeah.
We'll see who they add. Like I said, I had a few predictions for Michael Wacha, who I think is a cheap.
You just like saying that name.
Waka. Just a cheap enough ad to have them stay competitive, because a 500 Red Sox team is not a happy Boston.
His price is just never be what
his price is too high. He's $30 million plus, and he's not on that same level as Verlander, Kershaw.
Seems to break down every year.
The Red Sox got him because he's a lefty, and we needed lefties, but then we also had Sale, so I think there's.
You paid for pitching.
We paid for pitching. The hopes we developed our offense, which we did with Benintendi and Betts, Xander Bogaerts, Devers, Michael Chavis. We developed the offense really well. Christian Vasquez. I mean, these are all people that came through the organization. Only offensive output, JD, is someone that we signed out outside.
And he elected to stay.
Yeah, he did. Because I think he likes being on Boston. Plus, I mean, he hits well. I mean, his numbers are great.
Yeah.
He used to be an Astro. So sometimes they make mistakes down in Astro Ball too. I'm probably as optimistic about the Red Sox season as you are about the Cup season. I think it's going to be another year where neither of those teams make the playoffs.
I have a huge amount of things to say about the Cubs. I think they're one of the down years. I see them sinking way down in their division.
Anything else about the Red Sox before we go to
I just, you root for them because it's such a great town and everything else, but you can see they're stuck, and the GM is like, okay, what do I do? Either he's going to make a bold move, or he's going to stay status quo, and they're going to be 10 games above 500.
I see that. I don't see the Red Sox doing a lot this offseason. I think they're a loser of the offseason.
Yeah. Stuck.
The biggest name for me this offseason in the East is the Jays.
You have a whole bunch of people going there.
I do. I have a lot of moves. I have a lot of big names. I have that organization developing and slowly overtaking the East in the years to come.
That's great.
Yeah, baseball's back in Canada.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah, they have some great farm systems.
They didn't lose that much. Maybe you could argue that Clayton Richard or Justin Smoke was your biggest loss. Clay Buchholz never amounted anything, but Richard never did either. Devin Travis, not a big loss either. So they're not losing that much. Again, adding some quality veteran starters that we talked about.
And I think they had a decent second half of the season with bringing up their young guys and everything
They did.
else.
I mean, everyone played really well. I mean, they had great numbers. I mean, they need a DH pretty badly. Tellis is a again, he's small sample size, but a good first baseman so far. But they need to pair it with another talented first baseman, another talented
and they're out of the
DH.
Market. Yeah.
They'll find somebody. Again, that could be a reunion with Justin Smoke. It could be a Steve Pearce.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a Ben Zobrist, Todd Frazier.
Mm-hmm. I can see Frazier there.
Yeah, so there's possibility for them to or trade. So they have some trade options. I don't know if they'll go that route, but they have possibilities.
Yeah. Well, at least they're a 500 team, and break here and there, they get jumped a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think 2 years from now they'll be a very viable source. But yeah, I'm with you.
The 2022, 2023, they could say it's almost like a 30-year gap between their dominance in the early 90s.
1983.
1993.
93.
Yeah, 83 was the Orioles, 93.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the movie Big Daddy.
Yes, exactly, yeah.
That's right.
Toronto Phillies, right? World Series, yeah.
Getting a beer that's 3-2 beer. I was wasted.
Finishing out and definitely
No, it was
grounding
Molson. I was hammering Molson.
Yeah. Hammering out the division with the Orioles.
Oh, speaking of injury.
Definitely the worst team. Won't be the worst team in baseball this year.
Tigers, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tigers.
Or Marlins.
Yeah, Marlins, at least, they finished above both of those guys.
I just think everyone in the East is going to improve, in the NL East, but the Marlins.
Yeah, because they don't do anything.
And here, the Orioles will still be able to take games somehow from the Rays, Jays, Yankees, and Red Sox. But I don't know how that's not a consistent sweep.
It's a AAA team, and people that have some talent they're getting rid of. Dylan Bundy's getting traded within a week. It'd be interesting who they now
Yeah, I saw the Bundy thing.
Yeah.
Oh
And,
yeah, getting rid of Villar.
yeah.
Yeah.
Best
Their
player.
losses.
Best player.
Their losses were more so than I thought. So that's Trumbo and Villar, but when you look at just looks like two names, but then you look at the RBIs that those people brought, you're like,
that's it. That's their offense.
so
And,
who's hitting the runs now?
Yeah.
So
I mean, he had a really good year. Villar had a great year. I mean, like 30 plus doubles, and he hit like 285, stole like 30 plus
Mancini
bases.
can't get all the runs, so
There's no one on base.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 107, 110 lost season again.
Yeah.
Nobody in the stands.
Great to see John Means almost get the Rookie of the Year. I mean, that was fantastic.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going to win to the Houston DH, but good for you making a name for yourself.
Yeah.
You might be what like people thought Hunter Harvey and Kevin Gossman and Dylan Bundy thought they were going to be, and they never turned out to be anything. So good for you having a great start. Outside of that, the rotation's shaky, especially with Bundy possibly going off. He doesn't want to be on that team anymore.
Right.
Another good John Boy Media clip is him not covering home plate on a pass ball this season, just walking off.
Yeah, that was pathetic.
I don't care. He should have been out of that inning, but regardless.
Yeah, I know.
Mancini is their player. There's really not a true starter anywhere else. I don't think anyone would start at
any other team.
Any other team.
Yeah, you're
Mancini
correct.
would be the only one there.
Yeah. Have a shortstop that batted 203.
Alberto or Hanser Alberto.
Martin.
Oh yeah, but yeah, he's like a Rule 5 pick that for whatever reason they want to hold on to. Hanser Alberto could be their shortstop or second baseman without Villar.
Yeah.
Like, who knows?
But a lot of question marks on that page, by the way.
Yeah, definitely a lot of question marks. My advice: cut Davis outright. Just move on. Pay him. Just move on.
They should have done it right after the season.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
Send a message.
Yeah.
You need corner outfielders. I thought Corey Dickerson could be something here. I kind of liked Stevie Wilkerson. I mean, that catch he made the last game of the season in Boston was one of the best catches I've ever seen ever.
Apparently an athlete.
Yeah. You know? Offensively, no.
Yeah.
Santander, no. But these are the people in Baltimore.
Yeah.
They need a lot of help. Cheap veteran help is what they'll need. Maybe reunions with Scope or Jones.
Yeah.
I can see, but
I agree.
July will be a big trade deadline. I mean, people will be calling the Orioles, calling Baltimore about Mancini, Renato Nunez, Michael Givens, and if Cobb has a bounce back year, who knows who else they'll sign. But I think they sign almost with the intention of trading.
Correct.
1-year contract, cheap. They're great, cool. They're batting 300. Do you want
through prospects?
Yeah.
Yep. I agree.
So that's why they're signing. In my mind, they're paying indirectly for prospects.
Rent a player. And for the future. And then the farm system has some players. We saw some of the guys this year, but they're years away. So.
And it's again unlikely that just because you are AA All-Star, you're going to be an All-Star in the majors.
Yeah, you got to see him in action.
Yeah.
That guy they thought they got from the Dodgers, Diaz, was supposed to be so good. All of a sudden, he stopped. Mullins, supposed to be a star, went back to the minors.
We don't know how good Mountcastle's going to be or Austin Hayes is going to be.
He's a bat first guy. There's no position for him. So I guess he ends up first base.
It's so interesting how that happens over the course of your life.
But don't forget, he batted 280 in AA. What's the major league pitcher's going to do?
If you're batting 340 in AA, I'd be like, hey.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, he was a 280, 15 home run guy. Okay. Major leagues? I don't know. But
we'll see who can make that transition.
Yeah.
But that's the AL East. Do you have any closing thoughts?
No, I think again, it's going to be interesting. It's always fun to watch those games. I think the Yankees will build a lead. Tampa will creep up on them. But we'll see about injuries. Yankees, they got some age in certain positions. We'll see what happens. Stanton last year missed, half the year? So we'll see if he stays healthy. So that's a big part of it.
Do you think, looking obviously, so Yankees go to the playoffs, is there a wild card team in there or no?
I think Tampa has a chance.
Red Sox, Toronto, obviously Red Sox or no?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. I think that's fair when we look at. I say Tampa is a wild card team too. We'll get to my other wild card team. I think. Well, I'll just say it's going to be the White Sox.
Okay.
We talked about this earlier.
That'd be a fun thing to see.
The Padres have more of a chance than the White Sox, but I don't see the Indians going all that well, and I see a lot of good movement in the AL Central, but I don't see enough to be that kind of like the Indians this year. They're like 1 or 2 games out, and I think the Indians kind of hit that again. I think the Athletics hit it again. I don't see the Athletics, unfortunately, doing that well back-to-back years. It's just
I agree.
unlikely.
Yeah.
A lot of things have to go right. And Doesn't always happen in Oakland.
Yeah, if the Angels spend the money they're supposed to put in there, I think
They'll
move
take
up.
more games away from Oakland than Houston, and that's how
Correct.
the Athletics don't make the
Correct.
playoffs. But
Yeah, you're good.
all right, well, let's move on to the Central. We're
Sure.
going to pause this video, so feel free
Okay.
to click on the other Central one.
Okay.